Hey guys, this is God of Politics, and we'll go to a brand new video, but before you get started this video, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. Those are both linked down in the description. But in today's video, I'm doing episode 3 of my Redistricting Predictions series, and in the third episode for today, I'm going to be doing the state of Kentucky. Now, looking at the current map in the state of Kentucky, we can see that there are 5 Republican districts and 1 Democratic district. Now, something a lot of people have been talking about is the fact that Kentucky Republicans are probably going to get rid of the last Democratic district in the state of Kentucky and replace it with a Republican district. And some people have been saying, oh, there's guidelines, there's constitutional problems with splitting up Louisville and splitting up the county that it's in, but really there isn't. And I'll show you why. So it does say here both congressional districts and state legislative boundaries are maybe vetoed by the governor, but of course, the legislature can just override this. They can do it easily. They've done it so many times before, and they will do it again with Andy Beshear, the Democrat. It says guidelines adopted in 1991 stipulate that congressional districts ought to be continuous. In addition, county lines and communities of interest should be maintained if possible. These guidelines are not statutory. Consequently, they may be amended by the legislature at its discretion. So this is the important part now. Democrats had a much bigger stakehold in the redistricting process last time when there was a Democratic governor, and the legislature, it was a lot hard to override the Democratic governor, and so they didn't get rid of these guidelines, but they can get rid of these guidelines this time, and I do think that they will get rid of these guidelines, making it so that they can split up this county, and I'm going to show you how they will end up doing that. So I've mapped out where the 5 Republican incumbents live, the county that they live in, and so we can just start off by doing, I guess so we can do the easiest district, which will probably be the first district. As you can see in the current map, it kind of looks like this, kind of goes around down here because of where, it's kind of weird like that, but the first district incumbent actually does live in this county here, Monroe County, so they'll have to kind of stretch it into the western Kentucky area. And probably the easiest way to do that is just have it take all of these counties here to the west, which really don't have that many people in them. I mean, this whole area, we're still only up to around 200,000 people. And of course, it's usually very slow to try and get this area into these counties into the district, but we can do it regardless. So it should take these counties in here, and then it'll stretch over to where the incumbent lives down over here. So we still need 200,000 more people, which you can probably get from this county that has 100,000 people, 24,000 people there, 12,000 people there. It'll probably, I assume it'll just go into this county over here, so it needs 26,000 people. Maybe in the current district goes all the way up here, so maybe I suppose it could go to this county and these 2 counties here. Still needs 10,000 more people. Maybe if we take out, actually we could put this county in it here, and then take this county out of it, so that that's actually good. So didn't need to split a single county, made it look a little bit like the current district. It could look a little different to this. Maybe it doesn't stretch into these counties over here, but we do want to make it so that the second district is as red as possible, and that's why I don't think they're going to put this county in here, because while it is Trump plus 33, it's not as safe as some of these other counties, and it actually did trend blue in 2020, so I don't think they'll put it in the district again, but I do think this is the first district where they will have it stretch up into the Louisville area, so it'll take in all these counties, these very, very Republican counties, to make it short up for the Republicans. It'll probably take in some of these these counties as well. I'll come back to this, but that's kind of the core of what that district's going to look like. The 5th district, pretty easy to do. It's going to take the super, super, super Republican areas of the state of Kentucky, these areas that have, some of them, I believe, have never even gone to the Democrats, not even in 1932, 1936, when FDR was doing really well, but they're not that populated, and that's one of the key things to note. So, you're going to put all these into one district, but you have to put a lot of them to actually make up the population of one congressional district. And so we can probably continue with having it go up into these areas. It still needs 178,000 more people, which isn't too many. Maybe it'll stretch all the way up to here. In the current map, it does do that. It does stretch up a little bit further north. So I suppose we can do the same thing over here. We can have these counties in the district, Elliott County included. one of the counties that's shifted like 50 points in 2016, which is really remarkable. These two counties over here, so this one needs about 11,000 more people. You can see it takes the eastern Kentucky portions, 11,000 more people, which I suppose we could have probably maybe, none of these counties seem to fit too well. I suppose this county works. We'll fix that in a second. But that's probably what the 5th district is going to look like here. And as you can see, very, very Republican district. 79% of the vote Trump got in this district. Only 3% to the third parties as well, which is quite interesting. The 6th district is a district that is theoretically close, but, not going to flip to the Democrats anytime soon in its current state. And they'll probably make it slightly redder, to be honest, using the 2020 redistricting cycle. And so we can look at how this district is going to be. It's already Trump plus 14 based on this, so it'll probably maybe won't take the Frankfort area. Maybe it'll stretch into some of these counties in the south, I suppose. Maybe it takes these counties. It's Trump plus 16 now, Trump plus 17 with about 22,000 more people. And so you think you could probably maybe add this county to it. Maybe you take one of these counties out of it in the western portion of the district, and maybe instead you add this county to it. Just make it a little bit more compact. Maybe you add this county to it as well. Not a very large county. Maybe they won't do that, but that's pretty much what it'll look like. We can actually take that county out of that. Maybe instead, let's fix that. Maybe instead they'll have the 6th district take more of these counties in the 5th here. Actually, we could probably just do that really quickly. We could have the 5th district go into these two counties here, and then the 6th district can take this really Republican county, this really Republican area in general. It's got to take quite a few areas from this district. We'll fix the population deviations after this, but that's probably what it'll look like. A little bit more circular in shape, I suppose, and then the 5th district stretches over to here, and then we've got to actually take a couple counties out of this district. That should do the trick. Maybe we should take, I suppose this county works, so probably won't split. Actually, we can just have it take, one precinct from this county. So it's about Trump plus 17. It can just take this precinct. I guess it can take this precinct as well. So there we go. It's about even in population and about what it needs to have for one district. So using President 2016 numbers, this district is R plus 17.3%. In its current form, it's R plus 15.3%. So it is about, 2 points more Republican. It's not a district that's going to flip, and it's pretty solid for Republicans. I suppose we can do the 4th district now. This is Thomas Massey's district, Thomas Massey, however you pronounce it. But it can take some of these areas, obviously, to the north, which it does take in its current form. And it's also a district that I do think will be stretched into Louisville, because you don't want to put the 6th district in Louisville because it is the least Republican district of the Republican districts. And so I think it will stretch down into this area. It'll stretch way into the Louisville area. It'll go like this. I think that what you may have is the 3rd district probably takes all of these rural areas to the south, which are in the current districts. It's in the 2nd district, I believe, but it'll probably all be put into this 3rd district here, because of the 3 districts that you're going to have into the Louisville area, it would make sense to have the 3rd district be the least Republican, because you don't have a Republican incumbent to protect in case the trends don't go your way. And so you can see that the 3rd district here takes all of these counties, and probably going to have the 2nd district go into this county here to the south of the Jefferson County, of course. And so now we've done all the districts, and we've just got to split up Louisville and the county, Jefferson County, as a whole. So what I'm going to do is look at the demographics here, and you're going to have to see that because of the VRA, you're going to have to keep all of these communities together in one district. And I think that it'll make sense for them to put them all into the 2nd district. So I'm just going to do that off camera, and then I'll come back as soon as I put these all into the 2nd district. So I've finished with the 2nd district. I've had to take all of the most heavy minority areas of Louisville. I didn't split them up, which is a requirement because of the VRA. They're all in one district here, and I've kept it very Republican. It's R plus 20.2%, which is not as Republican as this incumbent may like, but I don't really think that the Kentucky GOP is really going to care, to be honest. As for the rest of this, I think that the 3rd district will take in a lot of the other blue precincts, the non-black blue precincts, but the blue precincts of this county. So we can just have it go all the way into this area, I suppose. It still needs 279,000 more people, about 200,000 people left, and it'll take all these precincts. It's still R plus 23, which is not as safe as I would have liked it to be. But it can take these areas here, and it doesn't have to be as safe as long as it's Republican by like more than 15 points. It's gonna be fine. So it'll take these areas up here. Just for reference, the 4th district, it's only 130,000 more people, and it's a lot redder. So we can have these red precincts of the county go into this district over here. Still needs 133,000 more people. We actually may have some of those blue precincts going into the 4th district instead. I'll actually have to fix that. Let me just lock this district and then have these precincts go into here. Still needs 116,000 more people. It's only R plus 18, which is not as Republican as I have done in the past, but again, I'm just doing this on a video. This prediction isn't exact. This is just generally giving a gist of what these districts are going to look like. So it needs 67,000 more people here. It can take some of these areas, and it'll have to go, I suppose, into some of these blue precincts. It's about R plus 16 now. We'll see how red the 4th district is when we have it take the rest of the county, and maybe we can make some adjustments based off of that. So it needs 40,000 more people approximately. Can have it take all of these precincts, 30,000 more people, 25,000 more people, 15,000 more people. We are almost done here. 13,000. We can just have it take some of these straight precincts over here, and I guess it can take some of those areas up there, and actually that's too many people, so we'll fix that in a moment. But the rest of these precincts can go into this district, and it is still R plus 23, so maybe they have it take in some of these blue precincts up here from the 3rd district to make the 4th district slightly redder, so it can take these blue precincts up here in the northern part of the county. Just a couple more to go. Maybe 1 or 2 more precincts. 1, 2, maybe 1 more actually. Can have it take in probably this precinct. That works? Yeah, that works. All right, so we've got all of the districts done, and this is what it looks like. I really would doubt that they would split up this county more than 3 times, and you could do a lot better than this. You could make the 6th more Republican. You could make the 3rd more Republican. I've made maps where they're all more than 20 points Republican, but you also have to take into account that they're going to try and protect the Republican incumbents, because you've got a pretty well-known Republican incumbent here, and this district's R plus 23 instead of in its current form, which is, a lot more Republican than that. Trump won it by 31 points. So you're making it, 8, 9, 10 points bluer. Same thing with the 2nd district here. And you can't piss off the incumbents too much, but you also have to get rid of this 3rd district. And this 3rd district is red enough to get rid of the incumbent, but not too red to put at risk the other incumbents or make them too upset. And it's also shored up the 6th district for Republicans, but again, you could do a little bit more. You could make it about 3 or 4 points more Republican by taking some more red counties from the 5th district. But overall, this is around what the map's going to look like. Changing it to the 2019 governor numbers, we can see that this map pretty much collapses, and you can see that actually you have 4 of the 6 districts going to Andy Beshear. If you go to the Attorney General 2019, you've got actually none of them. It actually does hold up in Attorney General 2019, which is very positive for Republicans. Senator 2016, I assume the 6 would go blue. Yes, the 6 does go blue because the mayor of Lexington did run in that election. But of course, President 2016, the reddest out of all of these data sets, and they're all pretty much safe Republican, and none of them are going to flip. It's going to be a 6-0 delegation, which would be quite an intense gerrymander. So thank you all for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. Those are both linked down in the description. But again, guys, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you guys later.